Get down like that. Like that.
Yo, what is up, guys? This is PoliticalGamer, and I'm bringing you guys another gameplay commentary. And in the background here, you're watching some BlackOps gameplay or whatever. So let's go ahead and get right into this. So, first thing I want to talk about is mass media and the way it affects your daily life. So, a lot of people don't think that it really affects them. A lot of people think, oh, it's just news, I watch it, blah, 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 blah. But subconsciously, you pick up a lot of things and you never even realize it. Believe it or not, they're actually social engineers. Their job is to script shows and to script, the media storylines, to engineer the mass viewers, okay? And believe it or not, a lot of things they say will stick in your head subconsciously, but you won't realize it. You say, oh, pish posh, flip the channel, whatever. So I'm going to show you exactly how they do this and how they manipulate people. So let's look at the Zimmerman trial. That was the big thing. It was on news for, 2 months or whatever. And it was the big story. Every news channel was full coverage, all out. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's look at the big backdrop of the Zimmerman trial. Is it really about the trial? What's the big deal about that? There are plenty of white people that shoot black people every day. There are plenty of black people that shoot white people every day. There are plenty of black people that shoot black people and white people that shoot white people. So what's the big deal with the George Zimmerman case, which he's not white, first of all, which I don't understand. He's not white. He is not Caucasian, okay? People need to get that through their heads, first of all. But you see what I mean? What's the big deal with this case? Stuff like this happens daily. So let's go in more depth. Okay, let's see what Obama did. What was his reaction after this happened? After this, this case was brought up to him, and he made his speech. Well, his first speech, he likened Trayvon Martin unto himself. He said, he could have been my son, and that makes people empathetic, and he plays in the hearts of people, when in reality, Obama's a fucking... I'm not even going there right now. But he plays on the hearts and minds of the people. He plays and tries to pull your heartstrings, so you feel empathetic and you turn against Zimmerman. That's what he wants. He wants a race war. When you look into this, that's what it really boils down to. And when you really look at it, it starts to make sense. All the pieces of the puzzle start to fall in. It is an engineered race war. Because think about it, why else would this be on national news? National news! Do you know how many other things that are so much worse? I mean, shit, in Spain, and this was in a different country, which people say, oh, it's not relevant in a different country. Well, what was on the news for the past 3 days? The royal baby. So you have no right to say that something that happened in Spain or something that happened in Germany or something that happened in Russia, you have no right to say that it's irrelevant, because in these days and times, you guys don't know what to believe. You don't know what's going on, really. You guys were all focused on the royal baby. Oh my gosh, the royal baby, what's he gonna look like? What's his name gonna be? Oh my gosh. But it doesn't really matter. That's the whole thing. And when you look at that, here's the big importance of the social engineering on the royal baby thing. Not only does it show how easy manipulated people are, but it also shows the fact that people will watch anything. They're brainwashed nowadays. They don't, you know what I mean? There's no thought processes anymore. And I don't get it. But so let's look at the royal baby again, as I was saying. There was a train derailment. Yeah, it's been on the news or whatever. It killed like 12 dozen people or something like that. I don't even know. It was crazy. It was a really bad crash. I watched the footage. That's not national news. That's not getting national coverage. That's not getting the empathy of the people. Um, so what's the big deal about the royal baby? You know what I mean? In reality, when you think about it and you really look at it, the people, if you're watching this and you really care about the royal baby, let's take a step back and look. What is the big deal? Why do you care? Why aren't you paying attention about what's going on in your own backyard? you know, there's probably some, you know, elderly people. There's probably people that need help. You could be, instead of fucking sitting there on your ass watching the royal baby and the royal family, which they're not royal my ass, they just have money, you know. um Instead of worshiping these idols, you could be out doing good. People say, oh, I can't change the world, oh, you know, I have no influence on the world. Yes, you can. You know, people don't get this. It's one step at a time. If you want to change the world, go outside in your own little community, your town, because that's what's around you in the first place, so it will make a difference to you and the people in your surroundings. So you can change the world. Go out and help your elderly folks, okay? Go out and do community service. Go out and do things that are good for your community. This isn't just me being some fuck saying, oh, go do good things. No, this is legit. You can make a difference. You can go out and do great things. Trust me, it only takes one thing. You know, you see someone who's homeless, you know, give them some food, give them some water, you know, give them some clothes. Do you know how much of a difference that makes? You know, you may think, oh, you know, it's just one person, but that guy, that one homeless guy that you helped, do you understand how much of a difference you make in his life? Because we all have rough times, okay? And people look down on homeless people, but in reality, you should look up to them because they're going through something that is harder than most people could ever imagine because they've never been there. Okay? You put yourself in the shoes of someone who's homeless and you live there for a day, you'd be crying and wouldn't know what to do with yourself. And for them to be able to just sit there with a smile on their face shows they're pretty strong people. And people say, oh, you know, get a job, you bum. Well, more than likely if they're homeless, they're either an ex-convict or they're veterans, or, you know, they just had rough luck, you know what I mean? So why do people look so down on people that are poor? You know, they say they're a drain on economy. There's nothing they can do. And in reality, the whole drain on the economy, that's a whole big lie. I'll get into that in another video. I have a lot of shit to talk about. I have a lot of content I can put out. So, that's always a great thing. But, I don't know, guys. It was kind of like a little rant. Not really. There's a lot of good info in there. But I'll definitely be going more in depth with these specific topics and more topics in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like rating. If not, leave a dislike rating. And I would catch you guys later. I stuttered there. Oh my god, I need to work on my speech. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Peace out.